Hey guys, Piano Jedi here. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Now, as you can see, we are not on any servers today. No, we are in a private world because today we are going to be talking about some ideas for the fletching table that have been brewing in my mind for a little while now. So, here we have the fletching table, a basically useless block, in my opinion, because it's literally the only use for it is a villager profession block. We can't right click it, can't do anything, can't do really anything for the player. It's useless to the players. So behind me, you may have seen, I have a whole list of crafting recipes along with some ideas that I'll be telling you and sharing about for some stuff for the fletching table. So let's get right into it. First off, I would believe that the fletching table will have a GUI similar to like a crafting table mixed with like a smithing table. If you don't know what those blocks are, oh gosh, it's raining. Sorry guys, let me clear the weather. Bam. Smithing table. Let's actually just search tables. And smithing table, crafting table. It'll be like a mix of this GUI with this GUI. So starting off, we have the TNT / explosive arrow. This is how you would craft it: arrow, string, TNT block, and I believe when you shoot it, it would basically explode on impact. And I think that's kind of cool. It's something I think a lot of people have been asking for. Not maybe necessarily that be added to the game, but just a really cool thing a lot of people I think like. Let me know in the comments below if you think this is a cool idea. And also, just for the next following ideas, let me know if you think any of them fit Minecraft, or you think that they should be added or not added. Next up, you have a more complicated recipe: shulker shell, diamonds, ton more string, ender pearl. And basically, this is an ender arrow. I believe when you shoot someone with it, they get teleported to you, and it'll be like a really PvP based arrow. Say like, let's just take a arrow and take a bow. If I shot that sheep I saw, see, if I shot that sheep over there, okay, it killed it. Oh, oops, sorry, rest in peace, sheep. Let's go to these sheep over here. Yeah. If I shot it, it would like get teleported to me. That's what I would believe. And I think that would be kind of cool. If you're standing over lava and someone's running away from you, you can teleport them to you, and they'll basically jump in the lava. But let's move on. We have the piston arrow, or the punch knockback arrow. 2 redstone, a leather 4-string arrow, and a regular piston. I would believe this would be an insane knockback, where if I shot, there's no sheep, but if I shot something with it, it'll go flying into the distance, maybe 20 blocks or so. Similar recipe, but instead of a normal piston, a sticky piston. So you shoot it, and instead of flying away from you, it'll fly towards you. I think that's kind of cool. Now, also, you can see this is a skulk sensor. I got this with a command from the 1.17. Woo! 1.17 is finally out, and I'll be having probably a video of like different things you can build and stuff like that coming out soon. But I wanted to get this out first because it's kind of one of the ones that was delayed for a while, and I just had to get this out. But basically, when the Warden finally gets released, 2 diamonds, note block in the center, arrow and string, and a skulk sensor. We're not sure how to get the skulk sensor at this point in time, or specifically how we would beat the Warden. So I think it would be cool if this crafting recipe would make an arrow like a confusion arrow. Basically, you shoot it on the ground or shoot it at the Warden, And with the note block and scope sensor, it'll basically cause a bunch of like confusion and noise, confusing the warden and making him not know where you are. And I think that'll be kind of a cool way. The fletching table, I just want to say, it's been sitting idle for so long, and I think it's time that 1.17 and 1.18, well, 1.17 is already out, but 1.18 makes it finally useful. The smithing table only became useful 2 updates later, so I think it's about time 4 updates later that we get a use for this thing. And beating the warden would be so dang cool. Moving on, another similar one to that, except less expensive. You got a note block and you got a music disc. Now, you could craft basically musical arrows with any disc, not just one disc. This is just as an example, but basically you craft it with any disc, same recipe, and you'd get different arrows. So when you shoot it, it'll like music will play. So if I shoot all the way over there and there's a player all the way over there, it'll fly, music will play, and basically when it reaches that player, the disc will continue playing. Moving on, an arrow that I have been wanting for a little bit. Now some people are not good with their aim, and this arrow right here, Eye of Ender, Blaze Rust. Are you kidding with me? Another rainstorm. Minecraft, don't do this to me on my video. Please, please don't. Anyways, Blaze Powder, String, Arrow, and Eye of Ender. This was basically a seeking arrow. Sorry, not sinking. We're not sinking any arrows today. A heat-seeking arrow. Basically, you shoot it off in the distance, and the closest mob will go towards it. I think that'll be really cool. Makes it so instead of having to actually aim, it makes it so you don't have to aim, and also make it. Eye of Enders will have more of a use other than end crystals. Speak of end crystals, it's in this next recipe with a netherite ingot. You're like, why is this so expensive? Well, because this is going to be like a mini one-shot arrow. Now, I know you're like, one-shot? That's not really a Minecraft thing. Well, basically, you'll deal a ton of damage, like maybe 50 to 100 damage. And obviously, it's really expensive with the end crystal and the netherite ingot. But it'll be worth it. You get like maybe 4 of these, and you can kill the wither in like 2 or 3 or 4 arrows. And I think that'll be so cool. Well, actually no, the wither is immune to arrows afterwards, so that could be interesting. But maybe do it like maybe if you take like I don't know 10 or so or 8 or so arrows and kill the ender dragon. That'd be cool. Moving on, we have a less PvP based arrow. Gold ingot tied to an arrow. And basically you shoot it and piglins will go after it, and it wouldn't really necessarily do anything bad to them, just really distract them so you can like steal their gold. Same thing with this emerald. If you tie the emerald, in quotation marks, the villagers will go after it and you shoot it, and basically it will help transporting villagers a little bit easier. You have like a couple arrows, shoot it, and the villagers will follow it. Who knows, maybe that could be more useful for something else, but at the moment I don't really see or haven't thought of anything for it. I think it'll be kind of cool. Now, something a little more useful, a lightning conductor arrow. Basically, copper ingots, lightning rod, and wherever you shoot it, if it's thundering and stormy and everything, you basically can conduct the electricity. It'll be like channeling for a bow and arrow, and I think that'll be pretty cool. Next up, a little silly idea, but just sponge with an arrow and string. And basically, I think it would be kind of cool, instead of having to place a ton of sponges, if you're like, say, trying to, what do you call it, drain an ocean monument. I've never done it myself, but I've seen people do it. It looks like a pain. And instead, you could just shoot the spongy arrow into the water and help drain it. Next up, something similar, but instead a bone meal arrow. Now tell me if these two you think would be added into the game, if you think it would be cool. But basically, you can shoot bone meal at long distances. I think it would be kind of cool. Just a little silly idea. Now something not as silly. We have a pickaxe mining arrow. Ton of leather, well not a ton, but like 3 leather, 4 string, and an iron pick. Only an iron pick. And basically you'll shoot it and it'll mine through like some blocks. Maybe not like a whole chunk or whatever, but just a few, maybe like a 3 by 3. Like maybe like it'll go 3 or 4 or 5 blocks at max back. Maybe like just if you modify it, if you put like a diamond pick, maybe like each one will do 2. So a wooden pick arrow would do it like 2 blocks, stone 4, gold 4, iron 6, diamond 8, and maybe netherite 10. Who knows? I think that'll be kind of cool. Add some variety to this arrow. But moving on, something that I personally really want. Everybody knows that bows and arrows don't work well in water, but tridents do, right? Well, this is not a trident arrow, because that would be too dang expensive. And trident's already an underwater thing, but nobody really uses it for underwater, like, combat, really. Not that much. So I think an underwater arrow using Nautilus shell, 3 string, and a scoot at the top, gotten from turtles, of course. And it'll basically, not killing turtles, just want to clarify, just from the breeding them. But anyways, the baby turtles. Are you kidding me, guys? Tell me in the comments if you think this is Minecraft, that this is crazy, and Minecraft's trying to stop me from making this video. They're like, these arrows are too powerful, huh? Maybe. But this underwater arrow, basically, you shoot it in the water, it'll travel at the same rate and speed as a normal arrow would. Next up, the sticky honey arrow. Honeycomb, honey block. And basically, you shoot a mob, maybe a sheep or something, with the arrow, and it'll make it sticky for like a little period of time. And like you could push a sheep vertically up instead of having put in a minecart, or push it up a ladder or bubble column. And I think that'll be really cool. But it'll only be like for a period of time, so you have to make a couple of these. Like maybe if you want to get a sheep to build height, like 255, the current build height, you have to make like 20 of these, and then like each one maybe gets it for 5 seconds. Who knows? Depending on whatever. But I think that'll be cool. I propose this idea. Now, that is the end of the list. But I have a few other ideas brewing in my head that I didn't put down on the list. Some of these arrows are obviously very powerful. Like this one. And like, how can a normal bow just shoot it? I mean, yes, it costs expensive stuff and more string, but I think maybe like diamond, gold, iron, wooden's already a thing, but diamond, gold, netherite, iron bows would be cool. And for the different arrows, you have to shoot it with a different bow. I think that would be kind of a cool idea. Let me know in the comments below if you think that would be too modded with diamond, iron, gold, whatever bows, or if you think it'll fit perfectly if you don't make it too powerful. And I also mentioned smithing table. Now, back to the heat-seeking arrow. This obviously goes to the nearest mob, but what if you just want to shoot it like a random block over in the distance? I propose using the spyglass. Using the smithing table feature of what you call it, the fletching table, the updated fletching table, you'll basically be able to attach a telescope to maybe a crossbow or bow. And basically, I know a lot of people are asking for a telescope, spyglass, crossbow, and scoping, whatever. I'm not really an expert at shooting terms, but basically you could attach it, shoot, and basically use the spyglass to shoot your enemies and aim better. And I think that would be kind of cool using a smithing table feature of it. Let me know in the comments down below if you think that's something you want, or something that maybe you don't want but you think it'll just fit with the game in general. Who knows? But yeah, that's kind of it for my ideas. Let me know if you have any ideas of your own, and apologies that these are not actually in the game. I'm not a coder, but if we get this video to let's say 30 likes. If we can get this to 30 likes, I will make these into the game. I'll do my best to code it in. Spend some time on that. And I just want to say, remember to like and subscribe, because if you guys do subscribe and get me to 25 subscribers, they're like one person away. So that one person who's watching my video who wasn't sure if they should subscribe right now, go subscribe right now, because when we hit 25 subscribers, I will be starting a series, a city building series. That's what it's going to be called. Well, and that's what it's going to be about. I'm going to be building roads, cities, skyscrapers, stores, urban areas, community centers, all that stuff that you see in the cities that you live in. I will be building to the best of my ability, but that is after we reach 25 subscribers. So hit that red button, make it gray, hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload, because if I do get 25 subscribers, you won't want to miss the city that I will be building. And don't forget to like, because like I said, 30 likes and I will do my best to code something in. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll just do a quick little review. TNT arrow, Ender teleporter back arrow, knockback insane punch arrow, better than the punch 2 bow. Yeah. A sticky pulling arrow, sticky piston. Oh my gosh, this is like the 4th time today. It is a sign that I need to end this video. But here, confusion, warden, anti-warden, skulk sensor arrow, whatever. I'll call it confusion arrow. Musical arrow, heat-seeking arrow, one-shot, overpowered ultra arrow, whatever. Gold arrow, emerald arrow, conductor. Oh, that didn't happen. You guys saw nothing. Conductor electric arrow, sponge arrow, bone meal arrow, mining pickaxe arrow, underwater arrow, and the sticky honey arrow. And of course, a spyglass bow, spyglass crossbow, and upgraded bows. Maybe the smithing table feature you could upgrade, like a diamond bow to netherite and a normal bow to like diamond or iron or gold. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Piano Jedi out. Bye!